Welcome back, guys. We're going to be watching more of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I believe this is the finale. We're on episode 6.
Ooh,
Are you guys ready?
Ooh, we're ready.
We're waiting to see what's going to happen.
I miss Steve Rogers so much.
I know, me
yes.
too.
Oh,
He's
me
probably
too.
just
Yes.
crying up a
Aw.
storm with all that blood on that shield.
I know,
Yes, for
wherever he may
sure.
be, because we don't know if he passed away. I mean, it sounds like he did, but a few of you guys were telling us that you don't think he did pass away. He's just hiding, I guess. Not hiding, but he's just on the down low, and he already did what he had to do and deserves a nice, peaceful life now.
That's right.
But I really am under the impression that he did actually pass away. I think Sam would really live up to the name. I think he would be amazing. And last episode was great because he finally accepted that he should be Captain America. At least it felt like
Yes,
that.
that
He
was
was
good.
training. And
He's incredible. He's
That's
such
what
a
he is.
leader, and he gets everyone
sure is.
together, and he's a negotiator, and he's just an
a family
all-around
guy.
good
He's great
All-around,
with people
yes.
too. And I wanted to read a few things that you guys were talking about on Patreon. I always love what you have to say. And just to go over a few things, Staromania72, you say, well, as Kimmy noted, it's a different vibe going into the final episode. Instead of ramping up the action, it's almost like a calm before the storm. Seeing the Contessa was most definitely a surprise, as she's a supporting character that's been around since the late 1960s. Don't want to add more in case her comic book history is somehow linked to her MCU present, which we appreciate. Thank you so much. But some intel is always nice too, just to kind of be on the same page and get excited like everyone else.
right, because we
That's
don't know
right.
the
Yeah,
comics.
no. Yes.
And then Star Omania also says, Io said they were dropping Zemo off at the RAF, the offshore prison facility from Civil War, not taking him back to Wakanda. So I apologize. Sometimes I just get the basic information and then just like patch it up myself. And it's been a while since we saw the movies. And I guess like because I couldn't connect it, I just completely went and didn't realize. So thank you for filling in the blank there. And then I wanted to scroll down, let's see, to Rhaegar. I love the juxtaposition of Isaiah's very valid feelings about how the world will not accept a black Captain America with the innocence of Sam's nephews playing with the shield, imagining themselves in that role. And I think that's a really good point too, because I actually did think
Very
that
much
as
so.
well. And again, I love that Isaiah said that to Sam, because I think he needed to hear that. He had a lot of other reasons to become Captain America, but I think this was the seal to be like, okay, yeah, I gotta show that it shouldn't just be a certain image that's always been in our history, like they gotta change that up because it's just not fair
yeah.
to
Oh,
always have
definitely,
it
yeah.
a
And
certain
Isaiah's
way.
been through such a hell.
That poor guy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
and these kids, I mean, it's a new generation. Things are still not right at all
That's for sure.
racially. And it's fantastic to see these nephews playing with it and
It's
just
great.
imagining themselves as Captain America. What's better? Have
I know.
you know
Right. That's really
what's second best is your uncle. I mean, holy
I
smokes.
know, and that's
wow,
what's so
yes,
cool. Like
yes.
anyone could be whoever they want to be, as long as it's a good thing, But
Yeah.
to actually limit
Gotcha.
people just because of their color, their culture, or something, it's
Crazy.
just
How
so
dare-
freaking
how
sad to
dare.
be like that. So seeing the kids playing with the shield, like I thought that was a beautiful moment.
That
And
was
Bucky even
beautiful,
smiling
yeah.
at it, like he was like,
Yeah.
"Hey," or whatever he said, but he smiled too. So that was really nice. And then Stephanie, you had a lot to say, which is wonderful. You wrote the guy who gave Carly the suitcase with weapons, not the serum, because there's no serum left, which we knew already, but we
Yes.
kind of had this thing where we were like, oh, well, maybe they did find serum somewhere else, and we just don't know about it. So we did see the case briefly, but then we did debate it, and I think there were weapons only in there, but it was a brief moment that we saw it. And we know that Batroc was from the movies. He was from the Winter Soldier, I believe, and he was fighting Captain America. I remember that scene, but it's been a while, so I was just like, where else did we see him from? And we did see him in the first episode. I do recall that, of course. And you also cleared up that, I'll just read what you said here. He was the guy that Sharon talked to on the telephone. He said that he lost his whole team the first time, so he would never work for her again. Sharon was behind the hijacking of the plane in the first episode. So that's not good. So thank you for also clarifying that. But
Yes, that's really
terrible.
not
Absolutely terrible. So, I mean, I always, again, try to have an open mind where I'm like, well, Sharon, she struggled a lot and maybe she had to do these things just to get by. But now I'm like, oh no, like this is not good. She's
good.
like
Yeah,
the
where
bad
she's
guy.
living, I mean, it's not like on the up and up where she's.
Yeah, you
That's
just
for
make
sure,
do
yeah.
with what you got. And you also say, Stephanie, Storm, you say because of Bucky, you have hope that Walker and Carly could be redeemed, but there's a big difference between them and Bucky. Bucky always was a good person. The serum never corrupted him or made him evil. He was brainwashed to kill all the people that Hydra wanted to be dead. Carly and Walker are full conscious. They are in control. Their bad sides are just amplified through the serum. There's evil in both of them. That is just more on the surface now. And Walker could keep up with Bucky because Bucky is not using full force. He's so afraid of using full power, of losing control, becoming the Winter Soldier again, and killing people. And he's only fighting with half force. Walker was trying to kill both of them. Sam and Bucky only wanted to take the shield away from him. I'm so excited for the last episode, but also very sad that it's already over. But there is hope. The VP of Marvel Studios just hinted in an interview that there's a possibility for more seasons, which will be awesome.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah, the series is also nominated for an Emmy in the category Best Drama Series. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan could also be nominated for Best Actor in a Drama Series or Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. So fingers crossed. Like, that's great news.
Oh,
so I
good.
always
Yeah,
love what you
that
have
would
to
be
say as
good.
well.
Yeah.
You're always so informative. And yeah, so that would be great because I really do enjoy the acting so much in this. I think everyone acting in this. I mean, the main roles are awesome. Love Sam, love Bucky.
Yes.
And I am glad you also brought up the whole thing with Bucky because I didn't really like what I had to say. Like, I just talk in the now and I don't really think ahead. I just like say it. And I have to look back at my review because I also think I did say, well, Bucky is different because he was brainwashed. I don't know if I left that in the review or not, but I have to look back because I do understand what you're saying, but you said it a lot better than I said it, for sure. Because I do say things sometimes where I know what I'm trying to say, but I think I just say it quick and then I don't like fully say it in detail, and then it sounds like I'm putting him in the same category, which I did at first, and then I debated it with myself and then changed it. So like, well, he was brainwashed, so it is different. But I was still trying to have some hope to not label Carly and John as evil people. I mean, but they are doing really bad things, and some people just go down that route.
They
where you
are.
just-
That's right, definitely.
can't
And
change
if I can just add, like John, you know, the military chose John because he's a good soldier, you know, but way back when Steve was a soldier, they didn't pick Steve because he was a good soldier. He was a good person.
That's true.
And Brandon,
yeah.
And that's
he jumped.
the big difference. Because
big
his core
difference.
person,
Definitely,
yeah,
sure.
And
was
he actually,
good. Like Sam.
yeah.
That's for sure.
And that's huge. And I mean, Steve, the biggest thing, I mean, like, he did so many things for people, but like his initial thing was, like, his test was he jumped on a grenade that was a dud.
Yeah,
and he
out
was
of
like,
everybody.
"Fun."
Oh my gosh,
And he
yeah.
was
Yeah,
this
nobody
neat
else-
little
they
thing
took
before.
off,
That's
yeah.
right.
And he was just a brave, good person, selfless, and, you know, he was the best for that role. And I can totally see Sam like that, too, because he cares about everyone around him.
sure
He
does,
works
yeah.
hard. And we talked about it last time where even Bucky helping him, he didn't take advantage of his strength and didn't go and be like, hey,
You're right.
lift this, do this for me, and took it easy and just barked orders
Right.
at
He
Bucky.
got up early.
Yeah.
He started on his own.
Yeah,
did.
and he didn't want. I'm like, he appreciated the help. He did want help, but not like that. Like, he did his
Yeah.
share all the time, and he wanted to be responsible for it. So that's a huge difference as well. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, so shall we get into this episode, guys? I'm excited. I am sad
Why,
too.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what happens. Ooh.
This episode's called
Awkward.
One World, One People. So that scares me. We see Carly with her mask on with the handprints. And that's one of her sayings, right? So one
Yes.
world, one people, that's what she wants. And at the end, they were going after the GRC, right? They were in New York and going after the GRC. So not good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Underground people. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
All right, ready?
ready.
We're ready.
106.
There is a no-fly zone in effect, and the NYPD has the area secured for the moment. Everyone.
Ooh, no fly zone.
Wait.
Sarah, what the hell are you doing here?
Relax, no one's looking for me here.
Remember May had that too?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm so glad he got his wings fixed.
Nice.
These poor people.
Oh, forget this
gosh.
son.
Yeah.
Cool!
Yeah.
Whoa, beautiful.
A mix of
Go
both.
there.
I wonder how much I can get for your new bird costume.
Maybe a baguette and a few french fries?
Maybe.
Oh, jeez. Good.
Yeah, get him.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about this guy. Oh.
I'm glad you took my call. You've been a big help.
And boo.
Oh,
Wasted. Just took
Doesn't care.
time away. Precious time.
that's right.
Distraction.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
What did she put on?
So what's
him?
her deal? Whoop. Oh, it burst. Ooh, it killed him.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I don't fly, man. That's your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
Woo.
Oh.
Watch out for
He's
the
so afraid of the
propellers.
bullets. Yeah.
Yes. Whoa. Oh.
We killed the hostages. Either way, our message gets out to the world.
She's getting so obsessed.
Oh,
Oh,
too
yeah.
desperate.
Yeah.
One world.
Oh.
They're not saying it.
They don't like it.
Yeah, I
One
don't
world.
think they like that at
One
all.
people.
Whoa.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I love that
Oh, gosh.
covering over.
With the shield on top.
So protective. Look at you.
Gosh.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
So that's a bad one.
That is just terrible.
See?
Uh-huh.
Make him stop doing that to help those people. Oh,
Oh, he came back
That's
with his own
the oldie.
shield.
Let's finish.
yeah.
How's this gonna
I
work?
need to kill your friend.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, they're burning up a lot.
Ooh.
Come
Go,
on,
Bucky.
break it
You
open.
can do it.
This is a good diversion for her.
Oh.
He's just remembering on his shield.
Gosh.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
After him.
Oh, watch.
Ooh, damn.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
No, water.
no, right on
Oh.
top of him too.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, no.
Boy, you just earned this ass whooping.
God.
What we're gonna do requires perfect timing.
You need to push the body out of the way.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna take care of that.
Okay, you're right. Took it right out. Full seat and everything. There you go. See, both of them are so obsessed with their own agendas.
They are. They're not
That's
even
right
worried.
now.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just people watching. Letting him go
My God.
right off.
What?
Oh,
I hope Bucky doesn't sacrifice himself trying to catch it and
Man.
soften the blow.
oh,
Maybe
God.
Captain will. Maybe he
Oh.
will. The fake Captain.
Good, he's pulling it
He's
back.
got it.
Oh, there goes the shield.
Oh.
Okay. Freaking jerks. Oh my God, is he gonna soften the blow?
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, it's just hanging by a thread,
Oh,
guys.
my. Oh.
Come on, little guys. Yay!
Yay.
Falcon there. I tell you.
The Black Falcon. He's like, he corrected that before. Yeah, sit down.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Crap.
Who's that?
Oh.
Who's that?
This way.
Oh, nice.
Nice glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know. There could be anyone whistling. Oh, it's Sharon doing it.
Ooh.
Whoa.
She's not going to stand down.
I don't trust her. She's gonna put her gun down and turn around.
You know, when you came to Madripoor, you reminded me of a young me. Come back and work for me again. All of you. We can make a difference together.
Without our super soldiers, how much power does a power broker really have?
See, she is the power broker.
More than you.
Tu vas devoir me payer 4 fois ce que tu me devais.
I don't do blackmail.
I knew it.
Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa.
I knew it. He's like 4 times, and you're gonna rat me out now.
Please, let me help you.
Don't try manipulate me.
Haha, that's cool.
Oh, God.
Mercy. It's a great app.
Man. Oh, she got a freaking
No,
gun.
no, come on.
No, come on.
Harley,
No,
don't.
no. Oh, oh, oh.
Who got her?
She was gonna freaking do it.
I'm sorry.
Hope Sharon doesn't die too. What a symbol.
Oh, yeah.
Eagle. Captain Falcon.
Yeah, look at
Yes,
Captain
that's right.
America.
God, yes.
This isn't about easy decisions, Senator.
You just don't understand.
I just don't understand.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes.
I feel it. The stares, the judgment. And there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here.
Aw, I'm so proud.
No super serum.
Everyone's so quiet.
That's right.
Talking.
Sorry, I was texting, and so all I heard was the black guy in Stars and Stripes.
I guess.
One world, one people.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
I'll sleep well tonight.
Couldn't have worked better if I'd planned it myself.
Oh, well, maybe I did. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. Or did I? What is he doing in there?
It's probably the helmet.
Walker! My God! Yeah, well, things are about to get weird.
We're gonna need a U.S. agent.
U.S. agent.
in what capacity though?
No.
Hey,
Oh, he's going to his friend. Oh, he's going to confess.
Nate, come in before someone call the cops. I have to tell you something
Oh, boy.
about your son. And that was me.
He has to bluntly say it like that, though. So many emotions.
Oh,
It's gonna freak
geez.
out. Crossing off all the names. I finished. Aw, his friend's there.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
What you want, Black Falcon?
You need to learn some manners.
Hey, why don't you clean up? There's something I want to show you.
Oh, a statue.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
How
wow.
cool.
That's so touching.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh.
Mrs. Boomin now.
Ooh, nice.
Don't flirt with Sarah, though.
Yeah.
It's so great seeing the community come together.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
that
that's
was
so
so
nice.
good.
I don't want it to
That was
end.
good.
I
Oh,
know, right?
that was good.
I'm assuming there's going to be a cutscene of some kind.
Oh, wow.
Come on, cutscene. Come on.
Ms. Carter, on behalf
Yes.
of the United States Intelligence, we'd like to offer you a full pardon.
Oh,
There may
thank
be
you,
an
Sam.
opening in your own division.
That's something
Do
bad.
something good.
Start lining up our buyers.
Ah,
Oh, come on. Oh,
Come on, something good, something
oh,
bad. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know. That
Erica.
doesn't sound good.
Oh,
talking to Val.
Oh, God.
the music's so great.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's something. Oof.
That was a good finale.
Yeah.
It was. Now, did she help Sam and Bucky just to get pardoned?
Oh,
That's what it seems like.
right.
Yeah, she had her own
Yeah,
agenda,
yes,
and
yeah.
Carly was helping her, was, I guess, working for her, and then
Mhm.
That's
betrayed
right.
her because her views became more extreme or just different from Sharon.
That's right. My gosh, it's always something.
Yeah, I can't believe like she's doing all this right under their noses.
Boy, I tell you.
I mean, I was hoping Sam would have some idea, but he already had enough to worry about. And he said, even with everything that's going on, he goes, I'm still going to get you that pardon. But yeah, he doesn't know like how deep she was involved. I don't know, but like he did see that Carly shot her. And she killed Batroc right away, which I knew was going to happen because right when he threatened her, I want 4 times the money, and if you want me to keep your secret, which was like, okay, well, you're a weak link now. I can't have you saying anything or threatening me.
That's right.
So I kind of knew she was going to do that, but yeah, very intense episode. And what do you guys think of Sam's outfit?
Oh, I loved it. It was wonderful.
I love that new
it's
suit.
good.
Oh my God. He meshed the Falcon and Captain America together.
That's right.
I'm
My
so
gosh,
happy they
that's
did
so
that.
good.
I had no clue what the design was going to look like. If you guys want to leave in the comments if you guys already knew, because I'm sure there was pictures out already, I'm assuming, but I don't know. So we went in pure reaction, not having any clue what it was going to look like. And he opened up the suitcase last time and we didn't really talk about it, but yeah, so we knew it was some kind of suit most likely. I honestly didn't think he was going to get his wings back. I just thought it was going to be another Captain America suit with different colors or something, but I still thought the theme was going to be dark blue, but they wanted to change it up to really stand out. So the white really stood out and really made it his own costume, and I'm just so happy he got the wings back. I made a comment.
That was awesome.
And I made a comment saying, oh, I'm glad he got his wings fixed, because before when they were destroyed and he went to his friend and said, is this possible to fix or something? Or his friend asked, I don't remember, but, it was impossible. But I thought maybe they found some way to fix it, and then maybe he would mix that with the new suit. But no, it came as a full set.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
And he said, no, don't worry about it, or something to that effect. Where that's why I thought he wasn't going to have the wings. But man, what an entrance into that building, huh?
Oh, that was
great. That was great. You know, the proper pose,
Yeah,
it crashes in.
yes.
It's like, da, da, da. And him having the shield feels so right. Like, he's the
sure
perfect
does.
person to be
Perfect,
Captain
yeah.
America.
It was
Wonderful.
amazing with the helicopter scene that was
Wow.
beautifully strategically placed, where he found out who else can fly this helicopter, because he's going to take this pilot out. He's going to take.
That's right.
How he can maneuver in the skies and even on the ground, and he could stab his wings into the cement, like anything. Like he's so
even
stable.
like skimming on the water with the wing. The tip
Even
of the
going
wing.
in the water, because I'm like, oh God, because here it's a super advanced suit, so I'm like, I'm sure it's going to be okay underwater, but for him to actually be able to get out of there, no problem. Like, that was awesome to see.
Yeah,
Scary with
after
all
all
those
those
huge
pipes.
pipes
Yeah.
falling down. That was bad, but he was able to get out of there, and then protecting the people he was grabbing, and by covering himself with the wings and the shield, and that thing coming down and actually hitting. Like, I was like, that's insane. Like, how strong is his suit and him? Like, and he's been working hard too, so it's his strength as well, but it's like the suit really protecting, and it could just maneuver so freaking well. So it's a great mix for him, and I'm glad he isn't like Captain America. Like, he's doing something new. I love how he kept the name. He didn't change it, but that was like an ongoing joke where they kept calling him Black Falcon, and he corrected that young kid before, and he's like, why are you calling me that? And he goes, I'm just Falcon, or the Falcon. And now he's Captain America. He didn't mix up the name and called himself Captain Falcon. I think we said that in one of the discussions too, that like, what's his new name going to be? But he is the new Captain America. Like, he is making change. We have to see it in a different vision, and
That's
Sam
right.
is just awesome, and I'm just so happy it's him.
I'm also happy too when the vehicle was going over with the people, he saved them too.
That was great.
Boy, did
That's
he.
wonderful. Yeah.
I had so many scenarios in my head on what was going to happen there.
Me too.
Going to John real quick too, I am happy that we saw him kind of like go back and forth between Carly and the people, and he was torn. So you could see he was really conflicted on like, what should I do here? And he really, I think he shook and did something to his head, and then he finally like helped the people out, because he was really like debating what to do there. So it was really hard for him. So to go and help the people there was great. And I got nervous because Bucky was also trying to help out there or something. He looked up, and I was like, oh God, one of them is going to try to cushion the fall. And when it was going over, I'm like, one of them's going to die trying to cushion the fall, because if it just hits hard, everyone's going to die in that vehicle. So I thought John last moment was going to be the one to kind of hold it up and die doing so, like getting crushed, but softening the fall so that way they'd survive. But no, Falcon came in and he was able to.
He didn't. Everyone just stopped and watched him. They didn't go interfere like Carly was interfering with John, trying to save them at first.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really happy that John did try to save someone else, tried to help
I
someone
did too.
else.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
He wasn't
and
always thinking about himself.
yeah, because when he went in, he was all after Carly again because he was so obsessed. And I get it, his poor friend. And for Carly to say that, for someone who wasn't worth it or something, or what did she say?
Yes.
Like, his life wasn't worth it, or she said something so freaking insulting. I'm like, wow, how would you say, like, why would you say something like that?
Like, oh,
it
didn't
matter.
want to kill people that didn't matter.
That didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap, talk about saying the wrong crap. I mean, I'm sorry your friend died. He didn't matter.
Yeah, but before that, I'm surprised she immediately apologized for killing him accidentally.
She did.
She did
She has
immediately apologize. Yeah.
She had that way about her where she really cared, but then she didn't. Like, she would...
turns it off.
Yeah, because she's like, it's for the cause. It's for the cause. And she would say things because she felt like she did mean it to a certain extent, but then she'd tell herself it's for the cause and whatever. And for him specifically, yeah, I am happy she said, I'm sorry, because truly she is. So people who die for the cause, like her friends, like she gets really hurt by it, but then you can see it in her face where she's like, okay, well, it's for the cause. So I'm sorry to lose him, but
it's okay. I'll accept it.
So she always shows compassion with that, but then it always becomes this final result of it's because of the cause. So even though she apologized, you were worthless.
His life didn't really matter.
It didn't matter. So I'm just like, wow. And to see Carly go down this spiral, and we saw already like her going down this road, but I was still hoping that she would turn around a little bit in this episode. And she had so many times where she could have. And no, she was right to the end, about to kill Sam, wanting to kill Sharon. Like, she goes, I don't want to do this, but Sam just being out in the open like that and just standing there, not even fighting her, and that made her worse because she's like, fight me, really losing control at that point.
She wanted a reason to kill him, like even more so.
Yeah, and he wouldn't do it. And
Wouldn't
now
do it.
just being vulnerable, him just standing there waiting, and she was gonna freaking kill him. So bottom line, she was definitely not going to change at all. And not that she would fully anyways, but I was kind of hoping she would just be like, okay, well, you are a good person. And I was hoping there was something still there to make her realize.
Out of everybody, Sam, to try to kill Sam.
Right.
So that was terrible. It was bad.
That's
So
terrible.
Sharon killing her, I'm glad she
That's
did.
right.
And she saved Sam there. So now Sam also might be like, okay, well, you saved my life. So he was going to keep his promise anyways.
Yeah, because
that's right.
Sam is Sam. He's a good guy. He,
Yeah.
you know,
Sure is.
You know, she was a friend of his.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's going to do what he said.
One thing I really did like about this, I mean, there's a lot of great scenes, but I got emotional, actually a lot of emotional parts here, especially with Isaiah. But when Sam was talking with the senators, and he just had a great speech. And they listened.
Sure
I mean, thank God they listened.
Yeah,
I mean,
did.
it's the last episode. They can't be like, oh, well, just because you took up Captain America's name doesn't mean we have to listen to you. Like, everyone was quiet. He is such a symbol. Like, first he's wearing the symbol, but he's so heroic. They know his history as the Falcon. It just really stands for something. So everyone was just so quiet around Sam, listening to him. And even though the senators were debating and constantly saying things that we understand as, well, you guys wouldn't understand because you're just like middle class or poor people and you guys don't understand what, like, how complicated this is. But you have like these people who have safer lives, have richer lives, and you know, they're all trying to figure out this peace treaty or trying to make everyone happy, but they don't understand all the different levels. So now they were put in a situation where they can kind of understand, at least what Sam was saying, but still I don't think they fully get it. So listening to Sam, like, that's true.
Yeah, they had a moment in time where they felt vulnerable.
Yeah.
Where Sam had so many moments in time that were vulnerable.
Like a lot of people struggle all the time, and yet they're not really truly listening. And labeling, that was a huge one too, where he's like, you gotta stop saying terrorist and all these negative names. And it goes deeper than that too with racism too. Like, people just label you. Like, we always saw Captain America as blonde hair, blue eyes. It's like all that has to change because we are, in a way, one people, you know? Like, I'm not trying to use Carly's words like that, but it just sucks when we're so freaking divided. I mean, like, we're all human beings here, and we should all always work together. And honestly, it's like, to a common goal, like, that would be amazing. Like, peace is such a wonderful ideal, but I know life is a lot more complicated than that. But it just sucks when you label people by words. You know, by color, by so many different things. And so Sam's speech was just so incredible and so emotional. I think we were all crying there.
It was.
Go,
And,
Sam.
you know, it just goes to show you that's not America.
We're all different colors.
Yeah.
And that's
in
what
different
it is.
cultures, you know, just
Cultures and
yeah, so this was just wonderfully done. I love how Sam had that speech, and then Bucky in the background, he's just like smiling, and something he just makes a
I
joke
like
at the
Bucky.
end, trying to not demean him, he's just being funny about it, but he's like, oh, I only hear about black people in the stripes or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so wonderful speech. I love him and Bucky together. They're wonderful friends now, and I mean, I could tell that they're really going to be very close. Like
They are.
already
I mean, he
they're
went
very
back
close,
down
yes.
south to be with his sister.
Oh,
You know,
yes,
Bucky
that's
went
what's
with
good.
him,
Bucky.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, they
That
seem
was
like they're
great.
going to be very close.
You know,
Maybe even brother-in-laws.
Oh, I don't know. You know, because I made a joke about that before. I'm like, watch out for Sarah because Sam, he's not going to like that. But when he went back to that restaurant where he saw that lady and his old friend was there, Bucky, when he was looking through the
Yes.
window,
Oh,
I
yes.
thought, I mean, I saw him there, but I was looking at the girl, so I kind of thought like, oh, okay, he's going to really go out again on a date with her
date,
and try
yeah.
to like start a life or something. But then looking at his friend after she left, I'm like, okay, no,
Oh,
it's more
yeah.
about that, which is a huge thing. I didn't mean to make it more about her, but she was the first one I was looking at. But I am happy that Bucky actually told his friend that he was trying to redeem or just get that out because he
That's
needed
right,
to.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, he
and I
wants to
hope-
be a
Yes, he did.
different person.
I
This
don't
is-
know if he did it and it made things worse. I mean, at this point, I don't know if he needed to know that. I don't know if he just did it just to make himself feel better.
I think that's what it was.
And it's
Bucky.
not good because the father, his friend, just, I think, is always mourning, constant mourning. He has a shrine there for his son. And now it puts a different light. Like, what do you know, why did you do this? Okay, maybe he explained the whole thing to him. I don't know. But it's almost like, at what point, why did you say it in this point of his life right now? I don't know. I took it as maybe he shouldn't have said. He just should have let it go.
See, and that's what's so hard about it. But I think because of like his therapist too, how he had that list of people, he was only his friend because of what happened, and he just felt so guilty about it. So him not saying anything would always make him internalize it to the point where, you know, he's going to take that to his grave and really not ever be able to have a different life because he's always going to regret and feel so guilty about what happened. So his initial stage was like to be his friend because I think he always wanted to confess to him about what happened to his son.
Yeah, and he couldn't. He couldn't get there, and he's not gonna. It looks like he's not gonna stay in that area anymore. He's going to be with Sam more. So maybe he wanted to put closure. And the father needs to know. His friend does need to know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what was the reason. But yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it is so hard. I mean, like, I know, like, to say that to someone, like, how do you get past that? I don't think he will get past that. But yeah, like, I think it's just for closure reasons for both of them to be like, listen, this is what happened to your son, because, you know, it's so terrible to say that. But if, like, God forbid, like, a family member went missing and we never knew, like, I would want to know what happened to have closure instead of, like, always just, like, guessing, because I think that's just worse. But yeah, that was his final thing.
Closure. That's what it was.
That was the final step where they can't be friends because he murdered his son. Like, even if it was brainwashed, like, it was something so terrible that you can't just hang out after that because, like, he murdered your son. Like, yeah, so having that out, I see both views where, you know, like, it kind of sucks now because now they're strained and can never be friends. But again, they met because Bucky felt guilty and needed to have this closure.
Right, that was the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, so I'm happy he did do that, as heartbreaking as it was, because now he was able to move on from that. He's not the Winter Soldier anymore, but he can never erase that history. You know, like, he did those murders, and he is such a good person. Like, I understand he didn't do any of those killings on his own accord. Like, he was totally brainwashed the entire time. But yeah, like, I love him so much. And
and I'm glad he, you know, he closed it up with the therapist too. That was good.
And he has friends now. So I'm really hoping that maybe he will ask Sarah out on a date, because I thought he was going to ask the other girl, but then he went down with Sam. So now I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, Sam will just have to, you know, be cool with it. He'll be good, though. He's understanding, though. He's not spiteful or anything. That's what's so good about Sam. He's very open-minded and a caring person. And
He's well-rounded.
He is very well-rounded. Very good episode. And I am happy John did a good thing at the end, because he is still good to a certain extent, but a lot more bad came out with the serum. And he was friendly with Bucky. They were patting each other, whatever, in the back afterwards, and, you know, being chummy. And now he has a black suit, so he's with Val.
He's going to be a U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. So I'm kind of thinking, because that sounds familiar. I don't know if any of our fans commented about the U.S. agent, but that name does sound familiar. And I wonder if that's from the comic book. So if you guys can enlighten us, that would be awesome, like always.
And I really think Sharon, I really think Sharon was talking to Val about, getting these people together. And I think
she's manipulating a lot of stuff, because now that she's part of the government, it's like, oh boy, look, what other agenda does she have going on now? She's a very gray area for sure. So
and Zemo's in jail.
Yes, right.
He was happy. He was sleeping well. Like all the
he was very happy that
dead.
Those other flag smashers died.
I was hoping you'd have a bigger role in this, but he really did enough. Like, he did not need a role again in this one. Like, they had so many powerful moments already, and he already did his part. That quick clip of him, like, okay, I can rest peacefully now, is like perfect for his character. And very action-packed. And the one thing with Isaiah, like, that was so emotional. I think we were all crying during that.
Oh my God!
Like, did you have any clue what they were going to find there? Like, what the surprise was going to be? I
had a feeling once they were in the museum and they were going to Captain America, Steve Rogers, Captain America's part, said they might have something in there, but I didn't think to that magnitude. That statue was awesome.
Yeah, that was really wonderful.
That was a wonderful surprise, because honestly, I was blank. I'm like, what is it going to be? And then the only thing I could think of is, because a lot of fans are telling us that, maybe Steve Rogers is still alive. So I'm like, well, maybe he is in hiding in a secret room somewhere in there, and he wants to do a personal thank you to Isaiah and apologize to him to show that not all super soldiers are the same.
That would have been.
I thought that might have been a thing, but then when their faces started changing in an open room, I was kind of like, okay, no, that can't be. He's not going to be like, hey, I'm right here, because anyone could walk into the room, right? So I was like, all right, so maybe that's not it. But I did not expect a statue and a plaque. Like, to remember him. And so he still gets to be in secret.
But go through that.
Yeah, and to explain his history, like, that's forever going to be there. That's such a wonderful, touching moment.
See, and that is Sam. That's Sam thinking about someone else and having respect for someone that was disregarded as nothing. You're just
he had like no choice in everything that happened to him,
and
and his life was completely screwed up, and and now he has to be in hiding because they'll kill him if they find out that he's still around. So that was like so wonderful. They had a plaque and statue for him, and even seeing a black Captain America, like, he's watching that on the news, and he got whoa, like, I love his emotions there. And then to even go this far to have a memoriam for him was just amazing. Like,
he's so proud of Sam. You can just tell he's just so proud of how far the black community came, and finally they have some representation. You couldn't get any better.
Yeah.
That's right.
And for him to see this, for him to actually see this through, he didn't think he would ever see it.
That's wonderful.
So everything came together well, and now we're just worried about Sharon. We're wondering what's going to happen with John now, because as this U.S. agent. And I love how John was just so excited about, like, I'm back in. And I'm like, it's not a good thing, though.
His wife, he's hugging his wife.
He has a suit now.
Very good episode. And the fighting sequences were so intense. They were so freaking well done. I love Falcon, how I keep saying Falcon, but you know what I mean, Captain America, Sam. Like, I just love how he can maneuver so well in his Falcon suit, which, I'm so happy he kept. Because I really thought he was just going to be like in a suit like Captain America, and that's not really him. Like, I wanted to be Captain America, but there has to be change, and he's so good at the Falcon that I was sad that his wings broke before, because I'm like, he can't let that go because he's so skilled flying, and that gives him such like a bigger advantage than Captain America.
Right, because he's not a super soldier.
And he's not a super soldier. So to have his wings back too was perfect, because he can go in the air. He could use them, like a shield. He can like hit things. He can stab things around, even thrusting with the thrusters in the back to like have more force in his punches, and it was just crazy. Yeah, so all of that was just amazing to watch.
And he can still fly.
And then he can fly away really fast too. It's not like, okay, I need to have like a running start to jump off this ledge here. Like, he can just go off anywhere.
I love the scene when he was coming down with Carly in his arms, and he just gently brought her down and went onto the
Yeah.
stretcher.
Mhm.
That was
good.
That was
nice
good,
scene.
and he was almost
That
like
was
an
good.
angel or an eagle or
Yeah, it's
something.
like,
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
so American heroic,
right.
and he's just
Yeah.
coming down
right.
and just
That's right.
lowering her, and so that was a really good scene too.
That
Where
was
It's gonna be
very
our new
good.
bird. Our new United States bird is gonna be
Falcon,
Falcon.
American Falcon.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that there's an assembled episode, like a behind-the-scenes episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh,
next
that would
week.
be
We'll
That'd be
fun.
good. Yes.
And if you guys can help us, like, it's probably easy, but I can't seem to find it. I do look up release order dates as well, just to make sure that we don't accidentally skip and go out of order in certain shows and movies that we watch. But for some reason, on Disney Plus, I can't figure out or Google any schedules. Like, I get a lot of theorized schedules on, like, what's going to be next. I know Loki's coming up soon, but I hear there's a ton of other content every Friday coming out. But if you guys can share links or tell me where to look to find these schedules, because we don't want to guess and be like, hey, we're just getting together on Fridays to watch it.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, because I would love to know. So we're just
Yeah.
going to assume that there's a behind-the-scenes thing next week, and we'll go from there.
There better be, guys.
Yeah.
I hope so. I know, because usually we only do Fridays because of new content that comes out. It's always on a Friday.
That's right.
But it is fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your comments below. I'm really curious on what you thought of this episode. And we'll see you very soon, as always.
Okay.
Please subscribe.
Bye.
Check out our store.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
And our Patreon.
Thank you. Bye.